What do you think is keeping you from prosperity? What's your philosophy about why abundance isn't just raining down upon you? Why not? Why isn't it?
Well, that's why I'm here to ask you.
But you do have an opinion.
Well, what I think, so I meditate every day.
That's not what we ask you.
No.
We ask you, what do you think is the reason that the abundance is not?
I haven't found a way to think about what I want in a way that feels good, because every time I try to do that, I feel the absence of it because I've wanted it for so long.
Oh, that's a really powerful statement, isn't it? Haven't found a way to think about it in a way that feels good. Now, you know why that's such a wonderful answer? Because that means you do know that your inner being feels good about it, and that when you do, you will have broken that tug of war. That logjam will have been broken. So it's a pretty big deal to find a way to think about it in a way that feels good, isn't it? It's why you're the first one in the hot seat. You're stubborn, our favorite. And because it's under these conditions, a lot of people are resonating. It's in this situation that you can find a way to think about it. Not all at once, a little bit at a time. So we're going to step back and give you the easy way to feel it. Everything is energy, and energy is flowing. And when you are elated, in love, feeling appreciation, there's no blockage in you. So this energy is flowing to you and through you toward whatever your object of attention is, so that you have this open, free, attractive relationship with your object of attention when you feel that way. No blockage. Nothing's keeping you from it. But when you feel pensive or uneasy or injustice or unfairness, you got blockage going on, and you're the only one that can do anything about opening that blockage. There can't be enough government programs or government forgiveness of loans. Nobody can do anything to the economy because none of it is outside of you. It's all within your emotional range that you allow yourself to open to this energy. So all that you are calling prosperity or abundance or money, whatever form of money it is, it's energy which you allow. And when you are, you feel good, or you disallow, or you do some of each. And you're clearly doing some of each. So having thoughts like that. One time, a man sat in the hot seat, and he said, Abraham, I've just lost my fortune. And it was substantial. We know you've heard the story. And he was in his late 60s. What am I going to do? Because he thought about how hard he had worked through life and how he had gradually amassed it. And we said to him, it doesn't matter if the manifestation that represents your energetic knowledge is gone for a minute. It will come right back as long as that energetic knowledge is still there. Because the energetic knowledge is the point of attraction. When we say, when you sync up with your inner being, which means you access the energy that creates worlds, we're not kidding you about that. And every single time you feel negative emotion, whether you call it blame or guilt or just being disappointed about something, every moment that you feel that is a moment that you've got that circuit cut and it's not flowing to you. So maybe knowledge about how it flows will help. Maybe some processes or games to get you to focus more upon what you do want than what you don't want. But there is not another way to let the abundance in other than to know that it exists, know that you're deserving of it, and know that negative emotion is the indicator that you're blocking it in that moment. That's it. If you can get that, and then you can catch yourself with negative emotion and do something about it, and then catch yourself with negative emotion and then do something about it, and then catch yourself feeling elation and milk that a little more, and then catch yourself with negative emotion and do something about it. What do you mean do something, Abraham? Do something about it. Do something to change the way you feel while you're feeling the negative emotion, which means catch it early.
Do I have to change the way I feel on that subject, or can I change the way I feel by shifting my focus onto a different subject?
Well, you could. It doesn't matter what the subject of your attention is while you're feeling good, because the circuits are open. But the thing about that is, money is such a pervasive part of your day-to-day experience. There's a lot of tripping points, and it's just easier to clean that mess up. It just is. It's like if you had a sort of casual friend who was just miserable for you to be with. And it's so hard for you to think positive things about this person because the negative things are like a hair blowing back experience 24/7. We might encourage you to just move out, because out of sight, out of mind, and you'll feel a lot better right away. But if this is someone who gave birth to you, or somebody that you're married to, or somebody that you gave birth to, or maybe somebody who you work for, and your employment depends upon it, we're playing with them, you might not be so ready to just walk away. You might want to run. Because here's the thing about walking away from things that aren't pleasing. You're always on the run. You're always on the run until you figure out how to be all right where you are, how to control your point of attraction wherever you are, and on whatever subject it is. Then you're always on the run. Yeah. Words don't teach. It's only life experience that teaches. So all of that felt pretty good to you because you're here long enough that you began resonating with what your inner being knows to be. So it makes sense to you. But what will really bring it home for you is when you have a particular subject that is giving you some grief, and you are deliberately rendering it active, rendering it inactive, rendering it inactive, and then you begin to notice improvement. Or playing a game like we were just playing, and then noticing that you got a raise and that you picked a lottery ticket that had some good stuff in it. Or you discovered that you had some money somewhere that you didn't know you had. It comes from all kinds of places. There are pockets of money all over the place that are yours, that you don't know about and you aren't planning on, and therefore you're not letting in. But if you could understand that money and energy are the same thing, and that there's an inheritance far beyond anything that you can verbally describe that is lined up for you, and you could just play the game just for the sake of feeling good, if nothing else. Don't play the game so that you'll win the lottery. Play the game because it feels better to feel good than to not feel good. Don't play the game because you're wanting to find some buried treasure somewhere. There are a lot of buried treasures around, however. Play the game because it feels good to feel good. Yeah. Yeah. Really good conversation. Enough? Good. Very good.